Welcome back. Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Murder Mace Chips.
Welcome back.
What's good with everybody? You are here for another episode.
Cheers.
I am the illustrious one.
Look at me just drinking soda today.
Good.
About time.
Psych, I lied, bitch.
I'm still alive.
Nah, I ain't gonna drink. I don't want no gin today, man. I'm gonna keep it to the soda.
Got work tomorrow. Yep.
I got faded last night.
Terrible.
I was depressed. Sorry.
I was just definitely ready to say what was the purpose of getting faded last night, but you know what? Pop, how have you been, Pop?
Regular shit.
Nets beat the Knicks, regular shit. Always happens,
Fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all.
Oh shit, Chips, that's right. Oh damn, I completely forgot. I mean, hey, is it over? Are you okay?
How much of the game did you actually watch?
After the first quarter, my attention was gone.
Damn.
Mid first quarter. It was just about being at the bar, watching, just talking shit and drinking.
Well, all of that shit took your ass home.
So
That's a fact.
Here's my question to you. What more do you need for the Knicks to fire Thibodeau?
What more do I need? I don't know if it's. It's tough, man, because I can see the call for him to be fired, but I just think it's just a team, man. It's just we ain't got no number one player, man. Like we ain't got it, man. It's hard to put it on him. I know he doesn't, the lineup. I don't think his lineup is his lineup issues is a big enough reason to call for his a coaching change.
Forget. You don't think that? Do you think they still playing for him? You think they still playing hard for him?
I think so. I think they play hard for him. I don't know. The defense took a turn for the worse. I don't know why these motherfuckers can't defend a three to save their fucking life. Like, the amount of open threes is like I've never seen it this bad. So I don't know. I truly don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if they sound like they everybody get along and nobody is discontent with whatever's going on. So I mean I really don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Donovan Mitchell.
Think it's Donovan?
Donovan Mitchell.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn with that too. But
all of those bench players that y'all was so die hard to keep, we gotta keep them.
Don't say y'all. For me, it wasn't about the bench players. They could have Grimes. They could have had.
I've made my stance with you very clear, so I trust me. This ain't for you. The smoke ain't for you.
Only nigga that I didn't want to trade is RJ, and I must admit,
looking like that was a tradable piece right now, huh?
Ask him if he'd take Garland over RJ again.
Nah, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not taking Garland.
Nah, you're not watching enough. You're not watching enough.
I ain't taking Garland, man. Fuck that.
Okay.
Hey, man, listen. You got to play the game with the pieces you have. So it's cool. Y'all wanted to keep everybody. You wanted to keep the team together. I get it. Stand strong. Hey, I'm proud of you guys. Okay.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is we got rid of the coach, and we got the best defense in the last 5 games since they fired Nash.
And when I saw that shit today, I was like, God, talk about a complete 180, bro.
Same players. It was the coach, man. He didn't scheme. I don't know if you was paying attention because you was looking at the Knicks, but this man actually coaches, man. He's standing up. You can actually hear his voice. You can see him calling plays. He calls timeouts when they need to be called. When the Knicks cut it to like 14 or something, quick timeout. No, we're not doing that.
Stop that momentum right
like
now.
normal coaching stuff. Normal stuff.
I think I told you why the fuck they went for Nash when they first hired him anyway. It didn't make sense. And you know why it didn't make sense? Because you had D'Antoni on your fucking bench as an assistant.
I wanted Lou at the time. That's who I wanted. And I don't
you was definitely vocal about that. I recall that one.
So all we need is for Kyrie to get over this bullshit, and we'd be all right. I think we need a trade, though. I think we need a backup center. I don't know who I would trade. Maybe Patty Mills and some other shit.
Who starts for y'all right now? Claxton?
Yeah. And I'm fine with him starting. I even like the way Vaughn is playing Ben Simmons. He got him coming off the bench as the backup foul. And it's working because most backup fouls aren't that big. So he's able to compete with them with rebounds and
match
stuff
up.
Like
Yeah. I think he had 9 rebounds last night.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like even just the way he's playing him is, but he had whatever. We ain't gonna go into that. But I like what I'm saying, man. I like what I'm saying. Keep scheming, keep pulling plays. We're gonna be all right.
Hey, man, definitely. It's a pleasant change. You know, happy for y'all. Happy. Hopefully, it's successful. I was gonna say I'm happy for the Knicks too, man. Y'all making it work. With what y'all got. Y'all didn't get the number one player that y'all felt like y'all needed, but y'all stood strong with the players that y'all got. So you got to stand on your own too.
I'll say this: I think that winning that Philly game, and it was another game. Who else y'all beat? Y'all beat
Minnesota.
Yeah, I think them 2 games saved Thibs from an early fire.
Yeah, I mean, you did say if we don't win off a couple of dubs, he might be in trouble. I mean, like I said, I saw it, and I could hear it and I could see why people were saying that shit. But we'll see what we do. Hashtag no expectations, man.
Indeed. Before we get started in these topics, man, shout outs to all the other Knicks fans. Hey, guys.
Shout out to all the viewers, man.
Shout out.
That was where I was going next. Shout out to everybody, subscribers, comments, keep them coming. We appreciate the comments. Throw some topics in there too, man. Something that y'all want to hear the MizFitz touch on and talk about. We got one topic that we neglected to talk on, but we talked amongst ourselves, from the viewers. So we appreciate all of our viewers, and keep the comments flowing. We appreciate everybody that views, subscribe, click the bell so when the new notifications and new videos drop.
Let me give you our analytics stat. 30% of the people who watch the videos is not subscribed. Just hit subscribe, man.
Hit subscribe on YouTube. It's free. It's free, baby.
30% of y'all. Y'all obviously y'all watching. Yep. So just hit subscribe so y'all can know when the videos is coming.
And if you are subscribed, don't have me call you out. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. Subscription's gonna go drop. Like, nah, no, he wildin'. But first topic we're gonna jump into is jump into. Hey. It's gonna be. Normally we don't backtrack on topics. Normally we don't. We touch a topic and we move on and we leave it where it is. But this Kyrie situation has definitely taken a turn. Last time you saw us, he had yet to apologize, so we were skeptical if that was gonna happen. But then, boom! Right after we recorded, my man drops an apology Instagram post, and basically gives them what they want. He came on and denounced anti-Semitism and said that, he doesn't believe in that. He didn't say, I'm sorry. They wasn't happy. Now he came out. He said, I'm sorry, for who I hurt. He gave a full-fledged apology, point blank, period. Then,
period, poop.
You said what?
Period, poop.
Then after that, so I'm going to ask Pop, because this is your team. Was this list derived by the league or by the Nets?
It was presented by Brooklyn. But if you ask me, I think the league had some input.
Had the influence on it.
That's my opinion through things that I read. But it came from Brooklyn. Okay.
So in order for Kyrie to be able to be reinstated and, return to team active duty after, again, a minimum of 5-game suspension at least, they created a list of things that he had to do. And I think it was about 5 or 6 things on that list that he had to do. At the end of the day, for me personally, I don't even give a fuck what's on the list. You told me you wanted me to apologize and we was going to make that work. Now, all of a sudden, I got to do this list. You're doing too much. There's been an immense amount of backlash to where everybody that was literally on the side of, Kyrie was wrong, he should just apologize, to now it's, well, damn, they wilding now. They're doing too much. They're trying to really, unfortunately stick it to them, pause. But now this is why we're here. Chips, how do you feel about because you were adamant about the entire situation too.
Yeah.
So how do you feel now where things are with this situation?
I think that I'm with everybody else. I think it's too much. I actually, have been having a lot of conversation about it with normal people, and then as well as, seeing the celebrities that were commenting on it. LeBron came out and, after I don't want to say, well, giving his opinion on how Kyrie hurt people, he then came out recently and also made the comment that the Nets and the list was going too far. You had other celebrities talking about, this is a form of modern day bucking, where, you take where, the slave masters used to take the unruly slaves and put them in front of the other slaves and beat their ass to a pulp to make an example out of them so that no other slaves would think about trying to be resistant or act up or misbehave. And I can definitely see that. And it definitely does look like that. Like you said, I was on the side of Kyrie was bugging and, he was being too prideful and he was wrong for posting the link. But now the man apologized. And now after he apologizes, now the list comes. But one person that I spoke to, a friend of mine's, he didn't seem bothered by it. He said, yo, when people get in trouble all the time, you have to do steps to show that you are corrected, right? Like that you understand and you really see what you did was wrong and prove yourself or whatever. For instance, getting a DUI or something like that, you got to go through AA class and, safety training and all that other stuff, things like that. I felt like that was a good point, but I don't think that it really, I don't think it's the same right now. You know what I mean? One, because Kyrie said he wasn't anti-Semitic. That wasn't his view. So I think it was really a misunderstanding. He really made a mistake in not giving a reason as to, like we said in prior shows, as to why he posted the link. You know what I mean? So I don't know why they gave him his list, especially after he apologized, because the whole talk before he apologized was, yo, just say sorry, right? Just give the apology and you're good. Sit out your minimum 5 games. You know what I mean? Apologize, And yeah, so I think the list is going too far. I don't want to ramble on and on about it, but I think the list is too far. I think it definitely reeks of the powers that be trying to make an example out of him, just like modern day bucking.
I had 0 issues with the list. My issue is with the list being made public. And that's with the bucking and the lynching and
That's a good point. That's a great point.
None of us are saying that this is the equivalent of what slaves went through. So I don't want anybody to think that Kyrie is a free man and he's not a slave and he's not actually being lynched and all of that stuff. But they're clearly trying to make an example out of him. So I'm gonna explain why I think the NBA has something to do with this. Kyrie explained why he posted what he posted and that he wasn't anti-Semitic. He get into a back and forth with the reporter. They go play the game. The Nets put out that Kyrie is not going to be available to media today. Excuse me. Practice comes. Sean Marks, Nash gets fired. During his press conference, they asked, why wasn't Kyrie available for media yesterday? He was like, it wasn't good the last time. So we was like, let's give him a break. Let everybody calm down or whatever. The next practice day come, Kyrie does an interview during practice. He explains himself again. The media pushes back again, and then that's when he was like, I'm not going to stand down, blah, 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 blah. During that day, Adam Silver put out a press release saying that he wasn't happy with the way Kyrie responded. He didn't apologize. Oh, then that's when him and Brooklyn said they both gonna pay up $500K and all that. They released that thing with the ALD. That was with Brooklyn. So clearly Brooklyn saw that. ALD saw that. ADL saw that. And Kyrie, of course, saw that. And the 3 of them agreed and they put that press out. Adam Silver comes behind that and says that we don't like that he didn't apologize. And we're going to have a meeting with him sometime next week. That night comes, Brooklyn suspends him for 5 games. At least 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
When the suspension comes, he puts the apology out. And then everything started rolling after that. So I just feel like if Brooklyn had a problem from the get-go, when they read the press release, they would have been like, yo, you didn't apologize. And they would have never agreed to their part of the $500,000. Like, they would have never agreed to none of that. Mm-hmm. I feel like it was other people that stepped in and was like, no, this is not enough. Again, I don't exactly what the person you spoke to. I understand what they're saying. Mm-hmm. He does need sensitivity training. The way he was being very stubborn in them press conference, very stubborn. So I'm okay with him having sensitivity training and training on whatever. All this stuff was cool to me, but they didn't need to make it public. It could have been, yo, he's being suspended. And that's it. Like, you don't need no explanation behind it. We know why you're suspending it. And then behind the scenes, you work out what you need to work out. And that be that. But it had to be made public. They wanted to put it in the media for whatever the reason is. And then that's when it starts to look nasty. Mm-hmm. And from what I saw, the first person that stood up to say something about the checklist was Jaylen Brown. And he pretty much said what everybody's been saying. Kyrie shouldn't have posted that, blah, 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 blah. But this is uncalled for. And not only did he say that, what everybody else been saying, he went into the standard operations of the NBA. He said that there is no guidelines for punishment for a social media post.
Mm.
And that's why I think the NBA couldn't come out and suspend him, because there's nothing in the guidelines saying that what you can do to that. But the team can suspend you for contract detrimental to the team or whatever. Conduct detrimental to the team. And I think that's what the line was. Like, we can't do nothing, but hey, you need to do something about this.
Right.
So listen, the next game they play will be game 5. But they're in Cali, so I'm assuming that whole Western road trip, he's not gonna join them. That's not gonna happen regardless. They play the Clippers Saturday, Lakers Sunday, and then there's like 2 more games on the West Coast. Whether he's suspended or not, I don't think he's gonna join them. So they could chalk that up to make themselves look even better. Like, oh, let's suspend him 4 more games. And then when he come back to Brooklyn, we'll reassess or something like that. So when they officially hired Jacques Vaughn, the GM, Sean Marks, said that he's been in touch with Kyrie's representatives, but he hasn't spoken to Kyrie directly. And he said there's no updates at the time. He's like, when there's an update, we'll let you guys know. So I don't know, man. I'm curious to see how this plays out, because there's only but so many things you could do. Like, if you really plan on keeping this team together, you got to eventually bring him back. You have to. So how are we going to do this? How long are we going to drag this out? And then also Jaylen Brown was saying that they might appeal the suspension. So it's just like, I feel like a lot of stuff is happening behind the scenes. That's my thoughts on the whole thing.
Definitely see a lot of pieces moving, behind the scenes. And I on top of the the bucking idea, because I definitely feel like to me it was in the lines of, all right, we got to make an example out of you. But I also agree with you're also a repeat offender type deal. And I think this goes back to my view on his stance, not necessarily what's being done, but the aftermath of it being very divisive and putting at odds of, all right, are you going to be on this side or are you going to be on that side? And I think the league is like,
real quick,
what?
When you say about the divisive part, the people, it was like 5 or 6 people that was front row of a basketball game that had like fight anti-Semitic or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Them dudes came out and said, they was like, this is a teaching. They was like, they don't think Kyrie should never play again. Like, they said it themselves. Like, we just think he need to learn some stuff.
Which has been the views of a lot of, people from that religion. Like, I don't think I've heard anyone of that particular religion come out flat out and just say, oh, he shouldn't be allowed to play or none of that. I think everything that I've heard in contrast has been, he needs to educate himself. He needs to, even going back to the Amari Stoudemire comments, it was, apologize because what you did hurt somebody. Yes. But you also need to educate yourself and fully educate yourself on the situation, the scenario, and what is actually coming out of that. So I agree. I don't think anybody has said that of that nature or of that religion about him. But I do feel like, going back to last year now, this is like the second time with the Nets. Kyrie is in the midst of something that's not related to playing basketball. And it's definitely not a situation like I've never been a proponent of shut up and shoot. You know what I mean? Like I've never been a believer in that whole, thought process, stand for what you believe in and influence positively because you have that platform.
Somebody,
But
not to cut you off, somebody said that too. Somebody said Kyrie just needs to shut up and play ball. And it was one I don't know if it was oh, somebody said that, and I didn't know how to feel about them saying it. Like I'm like, you right, but that sound like when the lady told LeBron shut up and play
you
ball. You know
can't
what
you
I'm saying?
can't be a hypocrite. Yeah, you can't be a hypocrite because if a white person were to say that, it'd be up and roar, an uproar. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So I was like,
definitely.
damn, you right, but I don't like the way that was worded just now. But
Real quick, let me not say real quick, but what are y'all thoughts on them asking Amazon to take the video down and that shit is still up?
I don't, I, I don't think Amazon should take the video down. Amazon is a wholesale distributor.
Hmm.
They don't censor what they sell. They sell what's you know, uh, it could be a million books about different things on there that you can find if you believe in it or whatever. And I don't think that's their responsibility to uh infringe on someone's right to create any kind of content or books or movies or whatever the case may be. So I don't think Amazon needs to remove it.
Yeah, I definitely disagree with that whole push. I do not believe in censoring anybody's opinion or views or thoughts. Now, if you don't agree with it, that's fine. But just because you don't agree with it or you feel like, the views of it are different, you still need to respect that person's thoughts and those views, one and the same. And I definitely don't agree with that whole they need to pull it down shit. Like, just like I don't agree going back to the Kanye shit. I don't agree with people like pulling his interview. Like, if that was the case, you knew he interviewed. You knew what he said from Jump Street. You shouldn't have even let it release. But if you were brave enough to stand on it, then just stand on it the whole way. Obviously, put out disclaimers that those are not your views, those are not your beliefs, but it's not your job to censor somebody or stop them from, like I can't put a muzzle on you because you view something differently than me. Like it's just your view. That's all it is.
I don't know. I think I disagree with y'all. Um, I can't speak for this particular video, but
Mm.
if there was a video that was spewing hate against people, I feel like that company should take that down. Like you're if we're saying Kyrie is promoting it by posting a link or a picture, like you're actually making
Selling it.
you're making money off of it, and you're providing this material to go out to everybody that can be harmful to people. And I feel like if it's as bad as everybody say it is, they should be all right. We got Kyrie. Everybody should be on going crazy over Amazon, refusing to take it down. That's how I feel about that. Like if it's really that bad, then it should be down, and they shouldn't stop until it is down.
So
And
my only issue with that is that then Amazon's fault or the company that produced and directed and
I think
published it?
is up into. I can't speak for how Amazon works, but I feel like the moment somebody brings attention that hey, this is spewing hate and it's dangerous to people, at that point they should step in and stop the sale. Maybe I'm not, who knows? There's no way that they can watch and review everything that's put up there. But
I'm-
at some point, it's like, all right, we gotta do something too.
I mean, but you do have, the surveys, you got the stars, you have all of these different ways, like you said, that can provide an understanding of the direction of this particular literature that's being put out there. So they do have access to it. It's just a matter of if they were actually reading it or if there were negative reviews in those
Right.
regards.
Enough people reporting it or something like that.
Exactly, yeah. My thing on another note, though, what the fuck is up with the league? Why the fuck is everything being made public now? Like this is
It's the world we live in. Everything
this is what
except
the,
for
this is what the
that's
third this is the third thing now.
this is
everything
society,
except
bro.
for the Ume Adoka. We still don't know what actually happened. That's
I
the
mean,
one thing
even
that's
just
still not
that
public.
even that the issue being made public with the Ime Udoka shit is a problem. But shit, going back to I don't know. A lot of people may not have a problem with this, but going back to the fucking the Zion Williamson contract shit where he had to maintain a certain weight and shit like that. That's just like to me, I look at that in the same line of the Kyler Murray contract shit. Where it's like, all right, certain shit shouldn't be public. And now it's like everything is being made public in the league now. Like
Well, that's a little different though, because I think that becomes public record. Like you can just go look up the contract. So like once it's signed and it's made public record, it's not like New Orleans came out and said this is what we're doing to the media. Like they went and looked up the contract and read through it themselves
got you.
and saw that. Like certain things is going to be public. It's just if somebody's going to go do the work to go read it or not.
Do the research. Yeah, but everything else, fuck that. Everything else just
Did y'all see what Zion said about that? By the way,
no. I never heard any response or rebuttal.
not about the
from him.
contract itself, but he did a recent interview, and I felt where he was coming from too. He was basically saying like, luckily I'm a strong person, a strong-willed person, but he was like, could you imagine being 19, 20 years old, and every time you look at social media, he's not talking about us. He's talking about actual reporters.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly calling you fat, calling you overweight. That's all you see is somebody just talking about your weight all the time. He was like, that could make you a very insecure person. He was like that. He was like, nobody thinks about that. Everybody just say, hey, they got the money and they professionals, but nobody thinks about anybody's mental health when they talk about shit. It's just like, oh, he's fat, he can't play, he's overweight. And it's like, damn, bro, like why do y'all always got to talk about my weight all the time?
I got a whole fucking injury here.
Like, shit is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's just like and to say that's just the day and age that we're in. We've been in this day and age for a while now, but it's like it's on rampant now. Like everything, and it's crazy. Like athletes and shit being out in public and people recording that, yeah. But shit coming out from the fucking team, this is a first to me. Like as far as it being this much,
I didn't like that at all. That list didn't need to come out.
That shit didn't need to come out. Like it's just so much shit that's coming out of the team, and it's like I get it. If you're a lonely cameraman, you ain't making but $50,000 a year working for a team, and you like, you know what, fuck it, this will come up. Like I get it. Draymond punched the shit out of him. I'm sending this shit to TMZ. 150. Like you talking real cash. Like I get it, but a lot of this shit, it's almost like the teams are trying to get out ahead so they can stop people from making money or something. And it's like you really doing more damage than not.
They see it as damage control because they so scared. Like everything, all information and social media is so big that they try to jump out and get ahead of shit before shit hits the fan. You know what I mean?
It's like they're feeding the beast of privilege when it comes to the media and the fans, not understanding that if you keep feeding this beast, they're gonna want more. So these athletes are going to get in front of these news and these reporters, and these reporters are going to go crazy at them because they're, oh, well, the team already said X, Y, Z. What you got to say? And you know damn well they don't even want to talk about it. So now they being put on Front Street, and it's like now you got to fend for yourself as an athlete, but then you still got to be mindful of what you say because it could be detrimental to the code of conduct of your team as well as the league. But as a requirement from the league, you have to be available for questioning.
Right.
Like you asked out.
Right.
You are fucking assed out,
So
bro. It's fucking
said,
crazy.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Yo, what if all NBA players just start doing that shit? Yo, like answer every question with, today was a good day.
Word, for real.
Like, how did you play? It was a good day. It was a good one. But keeping it moving with the basketball talk, the Lakers are in a world of fucking trouble. They're 2-9.
That ain't shit.
2-9. God.
2-9. LeBron left the game early last night with was it groin issues, or I think I saw a leg soreness, but then I also saw possible groin issues as well.
They said, hold on, it's like a strain to the abdomen.
Got you. But at this point, what the hell are the Lakers gonna do, man? Like you got Anthony Davis, Mr. Forever Hurt. You got LeBron James. You got Russ Wilson. You got Pat Bev. I'm just throwing out names. I'm not naming all superstars. So I don't want y'all to make it seem like I'm calling Pat Bev a superstar or nothing. But
he's like a superstar at this point.
Chill. But you know what? Fuck that. Pat Bev was doing a great job with fucking Paul George yesterday, bro. Like his energy and his defense, like he might not stop you, but you ain't gonna have as great a game as you normally would against somebody.
He might
else.
not stop you, but nah, you can't butt that. You can't butt that.
He's a pest. Man. He's a pest.
You gotta contain.
He knows his role. Role.
He definitely knows his role.
Yep. But so there's been rumors going around, and obviously these rumors have come from last year with the poor shooting of the Lakers. Russell Wilson is on the block. Now, what team would take on Russell Wilson at this point? I have no idea. But what is it that you think the Lakers need to do? And this is like the Lakers have also, there's been talks about the Lakers trying to figure out how to fully maximize the productivity out of LeBron James in this, what is his 38 now? 37?
38.
38 years old now, 20th season.
Yep.
Year 20. So trying to maximize the production and the productivity that you can get out of LeBron at this point in his career without basically running him into the ground, which looks like that's just going to be inevitable. He keeps playing 40 minutes a game. But what can the Lakers do to try and, get around this or do something to salvage the season? Because right now, they're looking like they're a lottery pick waiting to happen, and they have absolutely no fucking picks to take from. So they're going to be giving somebody a real good pick. What do you think, Pop?
I think, yes, I do think they should trade Russ. But I don't think that it's a by any means type of thing. They were saying Russ 2 picks for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. I don't like that. I don't like that for the Lakers. Would it help Braun in the immediate? Probably, but I don't think that it changes too much. Now, I have a group chat. We talk crazy trades. We post crazy made-up trades and all of that. One of the dudes posted, this is in the off-season, when it was heavy Wesley Westbrook trade. They didn't know what was going to happen with Kyrie and KD. Everybody just posting trades. Somebody posted something like Westbrook and another player and maybe one pick to Utah for Mike Conley, Bogan Bogdanovic, and somebody else. And I like that because it was like you're not giving up both your picks.
I think it was Jordan Clarkson as well in that pick.
You get a point guard that could run the floor when Braun is on the bench, and you get a shooter. You get Bogan is a shooter, and he could score a little bit. He could put it on the floor a little bit, score. I feel like when they traded for Russ, they gave up depth and they gave up money flexibility. And I feel like they need to get that back. But you can't just throw out draft picks. You get those guys, you get Buddy Hield and Turner, and you give up both of your picks. Now you don't have a pick until 2030? That's crazy, son. 2030? That's crazy. Like, you can't combat one bad trade with another bad trade. But I understand the commitment to LeBron. He resigned, and it's like, all right, we got to do what's best. But I don't know if that deal is what's best. We talking about trading Westbrook, but you could trade AD. You might even want to trade LeBron. Now, for the longest, I'm like, that's dumb because as you said earlier, they don't own their own picks. So why blow up the team and give the Pelicans a lottery pick? Why would you do that? But they look like they're gonna be a lottery team anyway. So if they're gonna be this bad anyway, then I don't know. I feel like it might be time to blow it up because, all right, you're gonna have some money to sign players next season. LeBron's gonna be 39. He's going to get some type of injury. It's just going to happen because they're playing him 35 minutes. They playing him like he's still 35, 34, and he's not that. And it's little nagging stuff that turns into something big. He was already dealing with a foot injury. That's why he took the other game off. So it's like they need to start treating LeBron like a 38-year-old. There is no other 38-year-old that's playing 35 plus minutes a game. And I get it, LeBron is different. But at some point, you got to start treating him like his age. I'm not saying play him 25 minutes, but you need to start taking care of him if you want him to play these 2 to 3 seasons. You got to start thinking about the future, and you have to put players around him that's going to help him make it to another 2-3 seasons. And if you're not going to do that, then you just might as well just blow it up because they had all 3 of them. AD, to his credit, has been playing through the bad back and has been putting up solid numbers. It's not like impactful numbers, but listen, man, somebody giving you 20 and 10 in blocks, like it's hard to really be mad at that individual. And then he's nursing his bad back. It's kind of hard to like be mad at somebody like that. Russ goes to the bench. He's playing crazy. He might be 6th man of the year. It's the rest of that roster that's horrible. They got all kind of G leaguers playing on it's really bad. So it's like
because those 3 eating up a lot of the fucking cap space.
Yes, and that's why I said the deal to get Russ screwed them because they gave up their young players, and them young players was on manageable deals that you could eventually trade for something. You just gave up your whole flexibility. So now it's like you call the Knicks, and the Knicks is like, huh? No, I'm not taking Westbrook for $45 million. The Pacers, I'll take them. I want both the picks. Like, You call any team around the NBA, it's either hell no or give me them picks. And it just put them in a bad situation.
Which I don't even know why a team would want them shits.
What, the picks?
Yeah, them shits is mad far out.
Because they'd be unprotected. You can't protect that far in advance. So why wouldn't you?
Okay.
Just say when
and LeBron probably won't be there, so who knows what state they're gonna be in.
Right. When the Pelicans made the trade, nobody knew who Wembanyama was. But guess what? The Lakers keep being this bad, and they might have fucking lucked themselves up. Or Scoot Henderson or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
just remember, I've always said LeBron is a team killer. I don't give a fuck what nobody talk about. I've always said that shit. Fuck him.
I don't think, as much as I like to shit on LeBron, I don't think this is his fault. I think this is all the Lakers doing. Like Pop said, it kind of stole my thunder a little bit. But when they got Russ, they fucked everything up for themselves, and now they are up Shit's Creek without a fucking paddle.
But people blame LeBron for that because they say that's what LeBron wanted. What do you say to that?
Yeah, well, but sometimes you got to tell your player no. Sometimes you got to tell your player
fuck
no.
up.
You know what I'm saying? Some like you like, especially a organization like the Lakers, bro. This wasn't, this ain't Cleveland, starving for that, that championship. This is not Miami where, okay, you want this player, but you also got Wade and Bosh at the same time, you know what I'm saying? This is the Lakers. Braun wanted to come to the Lakers for his legacy. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers didn't want, oh, we got to get LeBron. No, LeBron wanted to come to the Lakers. So you got to tell him, like, yo, this is not good. Tell him why it's not good, and let's see what we could do. But, yeah, like you said, Pop, they got two options in my view or opinion. They either blow the shit up and try to move forward and rebuild, or you got to get shooters some way, somehow. And that's why I think they are such a fucking bad team now. They have no shooters. And what has been LeBron's or team's blueprint to make LeBron win? Shooters, motherfuckers you can put in the corner or the wing that's going to knock down an open shot when LeBron drives and kicks it, or when a team collapses on him in the post or whatever. You got to have shooters. They have no shooters. And as much as I got on Braun for fucking that after game one saying we can't shoot, he's fucking right. They're so easy to fucking defend. You're not worried about, you clog the middle, so you knocking out two birds with one stone there. You defend the AD and you stop it LeBron from being effective in the paint. Because when they pass it out, can't nobody hit a shot.
Isaiah Thomas said, he was on NBA TV, he said, yo, the Lakers missed so many open three-pointers. But he was like, I don't know if they're open because Darvin Ham is drawing up good plays, or if they just leaving them open, like, fuck it.
they leave them open. That's why they leave them open, because they can't hit a fucking shot. So to that point, I kind of disagree with your take on Indiana trade. If you're not blowing it up, give them the fucking 2 picks up. Because you here now, you need a fucking shooter. You get Miles Turner, who's a very serviceable and good big man, to spell AD and also give you assurance when AD gets hurt. 9 times out of 10, he's going to get hurt at some point.
It's gonna happen.
It's going. So you got Miles Turner could be a very A1 backup, and support.
He was started.
No, I mean I'm talking about as far as insurance for when AD gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when AD goes down, you're not hurting as much because you have him. And Buddy Hield is shooting over 40% clip. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he can create off the dribble as well. Mm-hmm. So it's either you got two options, fam. And like y'all said, teams are not playing games with y'all. You're not gonna fleece nobody. You want to give up Westbrook. I don't think they need to give up Westbrook, but that's their only option to be able to get some kind of return that's going to help them out. So you're almost forced to give up Westbrook because, like you say, he's been playing great off the bench. But that's not helping the overall outcome of wins and losses. You're still piling up losses because you can't shoot. So, in my eyes, if you got LeBron for 2 more years, either you blow it up now, or you got to make that sacrifice because this is a position you put yourself in. You got to give up them 2 picks and make a great fucking run in these last 2 years.
Right. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So I if it was me, I would probably blow it up because you can giving up AD, giving up Braun, you'll get enough of return to where your bounce back is way quicker. Rather than, shooting for the stars and hopefully you get the right players in there and make it work for LeBron for the next 2 years. I would blow it up right now. Like, you're 2-9, fam, and there's no LeBron last year. I seen an article or a little post about his tweet last year talk about my team. Keep that same energy at the end of the year. Yeah, the same energy is there, bro. The same energy is there. You ain't have the bounce back that year, and you ain't gonna have the bounce back this year. The team sucks. So either you blow it up, or you give them 2 picks, and I think Buddy Hield and Miles Turner is a great return, and it will help them tremendously. What you got, Yitty?
I feel like ain't no saving this motherfucking team no more. You saw what happened to the Cavs when he left. You saw what happened to, I think the only team that actually was still decent when he left was the Heat. And that was because they still had good veterans and they had, a solid group of people where Pat Riley was like, all right, I'm not giving up all these picks to get you motherfuckers. Y'all gonna sign a deal and come over here? Cool. But I'm still Pat Riley. Like, I think Pat Riley's ego stopped LeBron from ruining the Heat like he's done everywhere else he's gone. Everywhere he goes, it's a situation of get rid of this young player, get rid of that young player. Like, everywhere. It never fails. Like, he doesn't work with young talent. He doesn't work at all. They all, like, if they do keep somebody there that's a good young talent that can thrive, they can't thrive with LeBron because he demands so much of the basketball and a particular type of game style to where they can't cook.
Kyrie is the only one.
Because Kyrie gave 0 fucks. Like, yo, Kyrie, don't shoot. Okay, I'm shooting. Like, he didn't care. He still played his game. Kyle Kuzma was a prime example of somebody that really got stifled when LeBron got there. And it was like, oh shit, like, you really see the fucking difference. They do need to make a trade. I said since the beginning, I think it was since last year, they need to trade LeBron. Like, and the whole thing is, oh, that's never been a thing. Hey, something's never happened until somebody does it anyway. Why not be the first one to say, you know what? I'm going to maximize what you can still get a shitload of picks and or players for LeBron right now. Fill a couple holes, be serviceable, but have picks to set your future in line. That's all that really matters, because right now you're not doing nothing right now. Like, nothing you can do is going to change anything because of the lack of picks that you have. You have no equity as far as picks go, and the players that you have. Trading away Russ ain't going to get you the return that you would need to be a successful team and turn that around and make the playoffs, in my opinion. It's just not going to work. So, fuck the Lakers, fuck LeBron. I'm perfectly fine with saying that. I've been saying that for a very long time. Whole ACL just gone. I'm fine with that. but they're not gonna get no better. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna be good. It's a done deal. Definitely, like, what could you feasibly get for AD right now with the injury, the injury bug that he carries with him? Like, would you see a team giving up more than 2 picks?
Well, again, I was talking about the chat that I'm in. They came up with a two thing deal, right? So they was like, you trade Russ to the Pacers for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield, and then you turn around and trade AD to Golden State for Klay Thompson and say Draymond Green or something like that. And then you end up with a team of LeBron, Buddy Hield, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Miles Turner. And I was like, that's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's not a bad team. Do they win a championship? I don't know. Probably not. But they would be way better than the team that they have now. That starting five that's a good ass starting five.
That's a great starting five.
Yeah.
How would you make that appealing to the Golden State Warriors, though? Knowing that,
so they was
even if you don't win the chip, I got to see you in the playoffs at that point.
This is based off of how bad Golden State has been. They've been just as bad, not just as bad, because the Lakers only got 2 wins. But up until the other night, Golden State was 3-7 or 3-8 or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like,
and they're not gonna be able to pay everybody. So
that too, exactly.
They know they gotta make something. They gotta get something back for it.
Clay is up for extension. Draymond is up for extension. You could consolidate both of them into Anthony Davis. And then Jordan Poole steps in for Clay, which it seems like that's what's happening anyway. Draymond gets to go to the Lakers to play with Braun. You got Miles Turner, you got Clay and Buddy Hield, you got 2 shooters.
Draymond going to play with LeBron is like when Ron Artest went and played with Kobe. Motherfuckers like, I finally get to not play against you. Fuck that. You're going to keep fucking me up every fucking playoff game. Yeah, I don't know. That shit just, I mean, would those changes help? Yes. Do I see that being feasible?
No, it's not. Who knows it's feasible?
I know. It's just toss-ups and shit, but nah, because that would help them. So fuck the Lakers. Nope, it's not. No. And you would think they was a rival, but they're not. And to think they had the option of getting fucking DeMar DeRozan instead of Russ, and they went with Russ. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I've never been
the whole team
that say trade your star. I did not want the Knicks to trade Melo. I did not want Brooklyn to trade their guys. I'm just not that type of person. But if you're gonna be bad, like top of the lottery bad, then you might as well trade them. Like, if the Lakers is really this bad, then there's really no point in keeping it. There's no point in keeping it.
I agree.
You gotta reach back out to New Orleans and see if you can get your shit back. Like, hey guys, we made a mistake.